leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10 in high definition.
City leaders in Danville are up against a deadline to decide on a budget plan. Good evening, I'm Aaron Eads.
And I'm Emily Braun. The city is running out of time to iron out a plan that'll compensate for more than $1 million shortfall. The mayor's first budget plan called for eliminating 1/3 of the fire department. The second proposal would have increased water and sewer fees citywide. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen explains what's on the table now.
The Danville City Council has turned down 2 of the mayor's proposals so far, so now a third option is up for debate and it's time to make a decision. The council had another public meeting so people could ask them questions. The mayor says this newest proposal is the city's last option, but it will come at a cost. Danville is facing a $1.6 million budget deficit, so to make up for that, Plan C would cut jobs across the board. 17 auxiliary worker positions would be cut from Public Works. 2 open positions for police officers would not be filled, and several other city worker positions would be eliminated. The fire department would have to take out $708,000 from their budget as well. The mayor is confident the new proposal will balance the budget. He needs 8 votes to pass Plan C, and he says he thinks he has enough to make it happen. In the newsroom, Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The city is required by law to pass a balanced budget proposal by April 18th. It will go into effect on May 1st.
You still have a chance to get a head start before Tuesday's general consolidated election. We are your local election headquarters. Several early voting locations in Champaign County are open over the weekend. You'll still have a chance to stop in on Monday to beat the crowds on Tuesday. For a complete list of locations, visit the county clerk's website. If you live in Urbana, the fire department is coming right to your door to help you stay safe. Today, they kicked off their annual smoke detector program. Firefighters will be stopping by every home in the city from now until October, checking to see if your smoke alarm is working properly. They've been doing this since 1976. They say it's a tradition that saves lives.
The earlier we can be informed of a fire or smoke conditions and get out, the better the chances we're going to be able to get out. As fire and smoke conditions increase rapidly, if we can have early detection, we can beat those odds and we can get out in time.
About 1 in every 5 of the homes they checked today had something that needed to be fixed.
Some parents got a chance to kickstart their kids' education today. United Way hosted an event called Ready, Set, Grow. The focus was to prepare kids and their parents for kindergarten. They set up interactive booths and activities at Garden Hills Elementary School. Each booth had early education resources for the Champaign School District. Some of those included developmental services, medical contacts, and after-school program information.
Kindergarten readiness starts long before that first day of school. So we want parents to feel empowered and equipped to support their child's growth and development.
United Way hosts the event twice a year. Coordinators say they hope parents leave with the information they need to be confident and prepared before their kids start school.
New anti-hate education will soon be in schools across the state. We're keeping you connected to the Capitol. The Students Tools for Tolerance program aims to help students deal with hate online and to not engage in it. The rise of hate speech on social media has led the state to work with human rights organizations to stop it in Illinois. Supporters believe the best way to fight hate is through education.
We need to empower our kids to know the difference between a political idea we may not like and where the line may be crossed to hate, God forbid, terrorism or bullying.
This is part of the governor's initiative to fight a rise in anti-Semitism and hate crimes in Illinois. Well, you could hear music from a few blocks away in Champaign. This afternoon, it was coming from the Bethel AME Church.
Its history started before the founding of the University of Illinois. So today, people packed in to see the beginning of its new era. There's a long history, a lot of spirit, and plenty of friendly faces packed inside this 154-year-old church.
It started because a need to pray. All the black people wanted to do was to pray, and they were denied that. And as a result of that, they developed a church of their own.
It's the oldest black-led church in Champaign County. Through the years, members say there's one thing that makes this church so special.
The people.
That's why Joycelyn Phillips comes all the way from Charleston to worship here.
I think that they are sincerely about the business of doing God's work. They indeed are the hands and feet of Jesus.
They come together to celebrate not just new expansions, but a tradition of influence. From a Black-led congregation came emerging Black leaders.
We have a school named after a previous member, Kenneth Stratton. It's the Stratton Elementary School. Right here in this church came the first African-American police officer for Champaign Police.
Debray Lomax is proud to be a member of this church and its legacy. She's a teacher here. She says this church was a gathering place for Black university students to study and learn. Now it remains a place of learning and a place several generations call their home.
We have not stopped because many of the people that I have spoken of, their family members are here.
Phillips says there's a simple reason for that.
This church is really more than about the building. It's about what we hold in our hearts.
It was the most crowded they've ever seen their parking lot. Now, here's what the renovations to the church include. The entrance hallway now used to be an open space. A brand new kitchen has been added, and the bathrooms in the front have been made handicap accessible.
Well, libraries are usually supposed to be quiet, but this one had a different flavor.
Also tonight. Country star gets back to his roots, what his visit means to this small central Illinois town.
Plus,